Konbanwa, irashaimase. Indo Nihongo no Omoide Jaykrishna Harivallabhdas AMA Center for Indo-Japanese Relations at the Ahmedabad Management Association extends a warm welcome to this galaxy this evening, as we would like to welcome our distinguished chief guest, Honorable Mr. Kiyoshi Asako, the Consul General of Japan in Mumbai, Honorable Shri Saurabh Patel, Minister of Foreign and Tourism, Government of Gujarat, our very revered and dear, who has attracted this large audience today, the captain of the Jaykrishna family, Srimati Padmaben Jaykrishna, and of course the beaming president of AMA, Mr. Patel. Asako-san was mentioning as he was entering this auditorium, Patel-san, such a large audience. And I said, sir, it is a testimony of the relations between Japan and Gujarat. It is also a testimony of the seedling that was sown by none else but late Shri Jaykrishna Harivallabhdas in the year 1975, when he founded the Indo-Japan Friendship Association, Gujarat. I am talking, that was 38 years ago, when nobody had dreamt these days were going to come. I stand up here very proud and satisfied at what I have seen over the past 38 years of my 59-year lifespan, because I have had the privilege of being part of the journey of the Indo-Japanese friendship for 26 long years, as long as he was there until early 2000, and thereafter taking on the mantle as the president of the association. Friends, I would like to share with you some memoirs of the past, a few reminiscences. Asako-san, I distinctly remember the year 1977. And those of you who would have possibly seen the papers in those days would recall the first major exhibition of Japanese arts, crafts, dolls and toys, which was organized by the Indo-Japan Friendship Association at what is historically known, now not that popular, but once upon a time, Swadhyay Mandir, a place very adjacent to the Mitakhari underbridge. And Asako-san, the exhibition fascinated Saurabh by the people of Ahmedabad and Gujarat so much that we had long queues from the exhibition venue right up to almost over half a kilometer, stretching up to the Natraj cinema, and the media used to write, as thousands witness Japanese fair, what is it that binds the two people? There has always been a unique chemistry between Japan and Gujarat. And much came out about 10 years later in 1985 when Honorable Mr. Yoshio Sakurauchi, the then Foreign Minister of Japan and who later on became the Speaker of the Japanese Diet, he visited Ahmedabad not just once, but then he was so enamored twice over. But at that that time, in the year 1985, he said that the history of the relationship between Gujarat and Japan was more than 100 years old. And he gave details that in the early 1880s, the Osaka textile mills had taken a leaf from the textile industry of Ahmedabad. And friends, that came as such a big news. And over these years, I think you all know, I hardly need to say, when His Excellency the Ambassador, Saurabh, he was there at the Vibrant Gujarat this time, he said that 10 years ago at the Vibrant, then there were 6 Japanese companies who had come from Japan. And this time, the ambassador led a delegation of 60 Japanese companies who came here for Vibrant Gujarat for a trial, a relationship. Japan has been our country partner for the last 3 Vibrants. Friends, it is a matter of great joy and pride that since 2009, since the Vibrants were organized, the Ahmedabad Management Association has hosted 2 very successful, large Japan festivals on this premises. And it was then that the seed of the idea that we should have a permanent center of Indo-Japanese relations which would nurture the cause of what we call ABC between India and Japan. That is academic, business and cultural relationships. And we are very happy that this evening today, friends, we are going to have the launch of the center dedicated in the memory of our proud founder, late Shri Jaykrishna Harivallabhdas. And friends, it is again a happy coincidence. Saurabh, as we know him, I must tell the Consul General, he is just not the Minister of Power, he is truly a minister with power here in Gujarat. And so he matters a lot to us. And it is a very happy coincidence, friends, that Asako-san, for the past 24 hours, he was tied up with the mission, especially with the Minister of Transportation, who had specially come from Japan just for a day. In fact, he saw him off at the airport and straight away rushed here. And you know what was the mission? The mission was Japan's presentation to Gujarat here on the launch of the bullet train between Ahmedabad and Mumbai. So let us wish you all the best, sir, and success, that this bullet train, which is, I think again, the seed of it which is sown today will go a long way ahead. Friends, on Jaykrishna, I could talk a lot. All that I would want to say, this very distinguished audience, and I want to tell our chief guest that you can say Ahmedabad's and Gujarat's who's who is here this evening to pay their respect, reverence and tribute to Honorable Shri Jaykrishna. And on this august occasion, I only want to mention one singular achievement. Japan is very conservative in showering, their honors or accolades. But we are proud that it was our dear President Jaykrishna who received the highest honor from the government of Japan, the Order of the Rising Sun, which was presented to him in 1995 at the Japan Consulate by the then Honorable Consul General Mr. Sakai. I think I don't need to say any more words about our 2 distinguished guests because they will give more than a true introduction about themselves. when they rise to speak. I would like to take very special opportunity this evening to thank Srimati Padmaben and the entire Jaykrishna family, headed by Mrugesh Bhai, Rajesh Bhai, and the grandchildren, the ladies, and all of them who are here in full strength. I'm also happy that their other family, friends, well-wishers are all here in large numbers. Thank you, Padmaben. We at AMA take pride because your endowment is incidentally for an activity center at AMA, the largest until date. Friends, we acknowledge 40 lakhs of rupees given in the memory of Jaykrishna Bhai. May I request Rohit Bhai to please come forward and present flowers to all our three distinguished guests who are here on this occasion. First to Honorable Shri Asako. Honorable Shri Saurabh Bhai. And revered Srimati Padmaben. As young as she is, even at this age, you know, the activities, I'm sure you are aware, with so many institutions, is still so vibrant and active. Before I invite our dignitaries to come and light the lamp, I would like to pay this rich tribute. Asako-san, maybe someday I'll have it soon translated into Japanese, but for the moment now, it is in our dear Hindi. And I know you can understand Hindi well because you've spent so much of time in the Arabic countries. यादों से जिंदगी खूबसूरत रहेगी, हम सब जानते हैं, और शायर ने लिखा है, यादों से जिंदगी खूबसूरत रहेगी, निगाहों में हर पल ये सूरत रहेगी, कोई न ले सकेगा कभी आपकी जगह. I think those who know him very well, we all would agree. कोई न ले सकेगा कभी आपकी जगह, इस दिल में हमेशा आपकी मूरत रहेगी. Friends, a thunderous applause to Jaykrishna Bhai as we all go forward. Friends, I would like to take opportunity to invite your kind attention to this small little booklet which has been kept on your seats. It gives highlights about the center, about its aspirations, about glimpses of the past, what culminated. Because we felt that the Indo-Japan Friendship Association must take shape into this center. So we have a permanent infrastructure, we have permanent activities. And while I invite the Honorable Consul General to come and speak, kindly turn to the last page. Asako-san, the last page of the book, the back title. Yeah. I just want to invite that the center is going active right away. And the very first important program is to follow on the coming Sunday, the 17th of February, where we are going to have a Soul of Japan concert. This will be a concert on shamisen, which is a very popular Japanese musical instrument. along with a Japanese drum player, a Japanese singer, and a Japanese dancer. We will have, after a long time, since I guess 1985, when we had the big Festival of Japan of Performing Arts, that we'll have a major performance. The Japan Foundation is collaborating with us, and this will be on the coming Sunday, right here in this auditorium. Those of you who would like to participate, just let us know. You can collect your passes, which obviously are free. Entry is free, and that is going to be the important program. Asako-san, we are very happy. We will soon be starting. In fact, we have started, the enrollment, and from 23rd of February, the 6th batch 6 of the basic Japanese, conversational Japanese will start, because for the last 2 years, we have been having regularly programs. And this will be 10 Saturdays and 10 Sundays, a 45 hours program. You're again welcome to participate in that. We are going to have a series of other programs, including lecture meetings and various other things. On this occasion, I would request Honorable Shri Asako to please consider, on behalf of the Center and on behalf of the Indo-Japan Friendship Association as well, a proposal to set up here in this premises Japan, activity center, particularly with a focus on the Japanese business. As you know, sir, Ahmedabad and Gujarat is a land of entrepreneurs. And now that so many connections between Japan and Gujarat, I think we can say Gujarat, because Gujarat will take the lion's share when it comes to India. I'm sure you would want to also agree on that. Sir, we would want the consulate to play a very proactive role in supporting the activities of this center in all respects, with a particular focus on promoting bilateral relations on the business front through more and more Indo-Japanese collaborations, on the academic side through more lectures, discussions, talks, and on the cultural side with programs like this, which you have always, right since the inception, supported us. With these few words, may I, friends, now request Honorable Shri Asako to please come and address us amidst a warm round of applause from all of you.
Namaskar. Honorable Mr. Saurabh Patel, Minister for Energy and Tourism and Gujarat government, and St. Padma, Jaykrishna and family, and Mr. Mukesh Patel, my friend, President of Indo-Japan Friendship Association in Gujarat, and Mr. Rahit Patel, President AMA, and distinguished and ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to catch up the time of the opening of this event, because as Mr. Patel mentioned, I was taking care exactly as the Senior Vice Minister of Transportation. His flight to New Delhi was 5:55, and Indigo plane these days delayed every day, 1 hour or 2 hours. So I was so anxious. If the Indigo will be delayed, what can I do this events? So I really sincerely pray for the God. Indigo goes on time, and happily they gone on time today. So I came here on time. And it is my great honor to be here to inaugurate Jaykrishna Harivallabhdas AMA Center for Indo-Japanese Relations tonight. At outset, I would like to express my deepest and heartfelt gratitude to St. Padma and family for their generous endowment for setting up this center. I hope that this center would be a stronghold for the promotion of mutual understanding between Japan Indian people and Japan Gujarati people. I'm assured that the setting up of this center inevitably strengthen ongoing efforts by the people who really dedicated themselves for better relations over two nations and two people. And I assure Mr. Patel, we will do our best to support of the center. This is third visit for me to Ahmedabad within 8 months from my assignment in Mumbai last May. And last time I attended Vibrant Gujarat 2013, and I just collect the number of the Japanese company participated last Vibrant. It was not 60, but more than 100. Yeah, and 17 MOU was exchanged. Yes, and it showed that how much Japanese industries are keen or interest come to this very vibrant state of Gujarat. And today, as he mentioned, that there was a kind of promotion seminar of bread train, but we call not bread train, Ultra Dream Express. It's not just a bread. We put our dreams on that very high-speed train between Ahmedabad and Mumbai. And everything starts from now on, but we would like to promote our techniques and software that we managed 48 years of the traffic and no accident. No accident. And nowadays, bullet train starts every 3 minutes from Tokyo Station to every direction of Japan. So we are very proud of managing this bullet train, or we call Dream Express. We hope that Indian government will choose Japan as the best friend for this project. And it is my great pleasure to mention that Japan and India have established a solid and family relationship now, being strategic and global partner, sharing universal values such as democracy, rule of law, and human rights. The two countries are committed to close dialogues and cooperation. We are developing our relation in various fields such as politics, economy, and security and culture exchanges. Furthermore, Japan and India could expand their political and economic coordination not only bilaterally between Japan and India, but also to the regional and international arena. There is huge, potentiality between our countries. When 2007, when Mr. Abe, then Prime Minister and now Present Prime Minister, when he came to India, the relation between Japan and India is the very strong potentials. And strong India is necessary for Japan, and strong Japan is necessary for India. And this is, we call, strategic global partnership between two countries. In closing my speech, I would like to express my deepest congratulations on inaugurating this very, very important center for all of us. And I hope the very success of the effort of the people who support the center, and we do. And we do hope and we do support the center at the government of Japan. And finally, I really, really thank all of you because, as he mentioned, I didn't mention so many people are here. So I'm very happy again that I catch up the time of the start of the very, very nice event tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Domo arigato gozaimashita, Asako-san. We are deeply honored and privileged. And while you were sharing some wonderful facts, figures, and statistics, in fact, it is so nice to know that you make a mistake on the safer side. You know, it's always good to say 60 and then be corrected that it was 100 plus rather than the other way around. But our president, Rohit Bhai, was very keen, and he was mentioning, Asako-san, that we should encourage you on this visit to set up something like what you saw the other day when you visited AMA, the American Corner, right? And I told Rohit Bhai, I said, if it is to be Japan, which it will be, we don't want a corner, we want a circle. Because a corner, you know, you can still get cornered. You have edges. But a circle is perfect. And I'm sure the circle that Japan will set up to support this center, because the center is all about the circle of ABC, we are sure that the Dream Express, which you talked about, will literally mean so many dreams coming true for all of us here at this center as well. Thank you very much, sir. And friends, the presence of Saurabh Bhai here is again very special to all of us. He's not just full of energy, you know, that he rightly represents, but he's vivacious, he's full of ideas, and whatever portfolio he has looked into, whether it be finance, whether it be industry, whether it be power, now even tourism, I'm sure he has always done the best of the justice to his portfolio, and he will enrich us this evening with lots of new ideas. We are also very happy that he is a great friend of all of us at AMA, and in particular, the family of Jaykrishna Bhai. Friends, welcome him with a big round of applause. Shri Saurabh Patel.
Honorable Mr. Kiyoshi Asako ji, respected Bandamashi, Mukesh Bhai, Rohit Bhai, and respected ladies and gentlemen. Pehla to, I'll just clarify, I'm not here as a Prime Minister. To be honest, I'm here to give respect to one of the individuals whom I admired the most. In fact, many of us sitting over here pray to give him respect because he has done a lot of things for the society. And hence, it gives me a lot of pleasure to be here. Shri Jaykrishna Harivallabhdas has done a lot of things for a lot of people. Whether it is be politics, he was one of the finest mayors Ahmedabad had. As a social worker, he represented a lot of social organizations, whether it is community-based, whether it is Patidar Samaj. But I still respect the individual because now when I go to many of the functions, and they remember Jaykrishna Harivallabhdas even today. About 2 years back, even in the Patidar Samaj function in Uja, he was given the Ratna Award. 5 people who had contributed most to the Patel communities. One of the name was Jaykrishna Harivallabhdas. So today, in fact, when Padmama, she called me up and said, "Kya આવવાનું છે?" મેં કીધું સવાલ જ નથી. So મિત્રો, I don't have to say anything about Jaykrishna Bhai or rather Jaykrishna Masa, because everyone, a kid of 5-year-old, he can converse him. A 21-year boy, he can talk with him. And with a 45-year-old man, he can talk business also. And with a 60-year-old man, he could discuss a lot of things. With a 21-year-old boy, would hesitate. So this was his inbuilt character, and everyone liked him, irrespective of whatever family he was from. So I congratulate the family to have this center built in his name, and hence people will remember his contribution not only to the people of Ahmedabad, but as far as contribution to the Japanese in Gujarat relationship is concerned also. As far as Gujarat and Japan is concerned, since last 10 years, we have built up a strong relationship. We started Vibrant in 2003. It was on a very small basis. But the way the Vibrant Gujarat started becoming successful, the first time in 2009, the Japanese companies participated. And when they participated, they realized the potential of Gujarat. They realized that the policies of the state is very transparent. And accordingly, more and more companies started coming and visiting the state and understanding the policies and understanding the people. We are very glad that in 2011 they became partners. And in 2013 they continued as partners. And I still remember when we had discussions regarding partner countries, we had half a dozen of them. But we said, no, we want only Japan because they have stood by us in the times when we were struggling, and Japan and Canada were the only 2 countries which we selected. And today, this mentioned that 100 companies came. 100 companies came, but more than 170 participants came. So you can imagine the strength. And there is not a single week where some person representing some Japanese company is not in the state of Gujarat. And sir, today the Indigo flight, do you remember why it left on time? The reason why it left on time was because they knew that the Interior Minister of Japan was traveling on it, and Japanese believe in punctuality. So that was one of the reasons. And to be honest, it's a pleasure working with them. I have been working associated with so many companies, but the clarity they have is excellent. I can give a very small example. Maruti Suzuki, when they first came, they went to all the places. They visited a lot of sites. They selected Gujarat. We showed them 3-4 sites. And after confirming, they never, in the first meeting they had with the Chief Minister, the chairman, not once they mentioned to us, what are you going to give back in return? They had the confidence in the government that whatever policies they'll make, Maruti will get the benefit, and that was the strength. Otherwise, usually what happens? The company writes to us, what are the exemptions? What are the benefits? What are this? What are that? Even after confirmation, then only the MD and everyone came down and started discussing. So that was the confidence level the Japanese company Maruti had with the state government. And today I can tell you the biggest desalination plant in Asia, that is 70 million gallons per day, which has come one of the biggest in Asia, is a 2,000 crore project. We have made an agreement with the Dahej SEZ and Itochu Company of Japan in consortium. So this is one of the biggest. Today, we think big. And that is the reason why Dholera SIR has taken place. Today, Dholera SIR is 900 square kilometers of area, which will be the biggest industrial, residential, commercial, entertainment city by its own, by which within a span of 20 to 30 years, around 2 million people will be staying over there. That is the vision we are going ahead with. And I'm glad to tell you that one of the partners in building up this vision is the Japanese government. Japan has signed with the Center for Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor. And this is one of the manufacturing zones which have been approved by the center, and where Japanese government is going to take one of a very important role. In fact, today, in the first phase, we are going to spend around 20,000 crores. And out of this 20,000 crores, around 9,000 crores is the rail corridor connecting Ahmedabad and Bhavnagar, and for which a lot of Japanese companies are already in correspondence with us. And not only that, the soft loans given to the center by the Japanese government are also going to be transferred in this project. Second, SIR, which is also going to be very, very important, is the Bocharaji SIR, which we have just notified. Maruti is coming out over there. We also wish to develop that SIR with Japanese township. And in fact, we have given the drawings and SIR to a Japanese company. We want to create a new Japan, and the name of the Japanese company is Kajima. Kajima is the company who's going to develop and draw all the potential areas of what can be done in that particular SIR. So what I'm trying to tell is that Japanese people, Japanese government and everyone have selected Gujarat as one of the future investment areas. And we in Gujarat have decided to welcome them with a green carpet. In fact, whenever someone comes from Japan, we welcome them with open hands. And we are very, very confident that a lot of Japanese investments will come in the state of Gujarat, whether it will be Dorela Industrial SIR or whether it will be Bocharaji SIR or any other industrial parks in the state of Gujarat. So I'm sure the center, Jaykrishna Harivallabhdas AMS Center for Indo-Japanese Relationship, will in the days to come, years to come, will strengthen the relationship between the individuals of the state of Gujarat and the country of Japan, people over there. A lot of seminars will take place, a lot of exchanges will take place. With these exchanges, people of both the places will come to know the culture of Japan as well as Gujarat. Jaykrishna Masa was the founder, and he has been given an award of Order of the Rising Sun, and that 2 years back. So he had the vision of what can happen between Gujarat and Japan. We never thought that way. And he, in those days, I remember, he was praising the Japanese culture, the Japanese people, and the Japanese discipline. So you can imagine 30, 40 years back, and started in 1975, he had the vision, and I'm sure he would have been the happiest guy today if he had seen the development between Gujarat and Japan. So I wish this center all luck, and any help from the government in this field, we'll be delighted to have it. In fact, we are trying to promote Japanese language also. So, no, this is just a thought of it, because we believe that it will be better for both the country of Japan and the state of Gujarat if Japanese is promoted. So anything where the government can help, will be willing to help. I thank Mr. Asako to be present. I'm thanking him on behalf of the family, because he has taken out special time to come to this function. So I thank you and wish this center all success.
Saurabh, thank you, and thank you very much for your large-hearted assurance. In fact, you are aware that the government of Gujarat and EMA, we have a center where we have been working very closely on the all-round growth and development of Gujarat. But this Center of Indo-Japanese Relations, we shall be very happy to get your full encouragement and support. And of course, Japanese language, I must share 2 secrets. As Asako-san mentioned, during his 8 months tenure, this is his 3rd visit. But it speaks volumes. Many of you might not be aware that he took the initiative, because, of course, the thought came in the mind of our Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Modi, when he visited Japan. And he realized that the easiest way to establish a close relationship is to have a special taste buds, in your mouth. And so he proposed to the Honorable Consul General when they met for the first time that, Asako-san, how about a Japan food festival in a small way at the vibrant Gujarat? And Asako-san, within the shortest possible time, I'm very happy those of you who would have been to the Mahatma Mandir, you would have seen that nice stall which was set up with the help of a Japanese company. The initiative and credit goes to him. So not only language, and on the language front, Asako-san, we have already received, through your encouragement, the JICA proposal for sending a faculty here to Ahmedabad and at this center. So we will look forward to your blessings and good wishes that the Japanese language
also will go forward. As Saurabh mentioned, the Japanese township is coming up. I think, Saurabh, that will be something unique because no country, you have Chinatowns at so many places, wherever you go around the world. Have you come across a Japantown? Not really. And as I told you earlier, friends, the Japanese, they take a lot of time. In fact, in humor, we say that, sir, the Japanese, they take a lot of time in making up their mind for marriage. But once they take a marriage and the wedding takes place, they are jet set speed on honeymoon. So, Japan has taken all this time to come to Gujarat, but I am sure the honeymoon is going to be super fast, at a bullet speed. Thank you, Saurabh, for your kind words. You indeed mentioned Jaykrishna was a visionary. And Padmaben, we are so glad that from your albums, you could get us this black and white picture right on the center of the booklet, where Mr. Jaykrishna Harivallabhdas, and I remember, Chinubai is here, he was the company secretary, and in fact I took Jaykrishna's appointment through him when I went in 74 to meet him with the proposal for setting up the association. I was, Saurabh, a 20-year-old boy, as you said, and I had no problems in communication with him, I was his fond secretary for a long time. But this photograph, taken 50 years ago in the year 1962, goes when Hitachi and Toyo Engineering, Jaykrishna signed in Tokyo the agreement and shook hands for the first joint venture between Gujarat and Japan, and that was Saurabh 50 years ago. So just, friends, a big round of applause for the visionary. Who could foresee that 50 years ago, he had to go to Japan to shake hands. And in exactly 50 years, as you said, more than 170 of them individually, representing over 100 companies, they came here to shake hands with the Gujaratis. What proud and nostalgic moments. As we end the function, not before, I request Shri Murugesh Bhai, who would want to, I requested Padmaben that she does the honor, but she said Murugesh Bhai on behalf of the family would like to come and just say a few words on behalf of Padmaben Jaykrishna. Please, Murugesh Bhai.
Honorable Mr. Kiyoshi Asako-san, Consul General of Japan, Honorable Shri Saurabh Bhai, Shri Rohit Bhai, Mukesh Bhai, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to be here on this historic day. Today, it is not just an inauguration of the center here, but it is also a major step forward to reinforcing and strengthening of the bilateral ties between Gujarat and Japan. It is very heartening for me personally, as this center is being named after my late father, Shri Jaykrishna Harivallabhdas. He was not only the initiator, but also was instrumental in building the relations between the two nations. And today, naming the center after him is not only a gesture, an acknowledgement of his work, but also a tribute to him. This is a matter of pride for our family. This center is being set up with a view to enhance the bonds of alliance between India and Japan on academic, business, and cultural fronts. The center will provide a window for accurate and updated information about political, economic, cultural, educational, and social trends in Japan.
The presence of Honorable Mr. Kiyoshi Asako-san, Consul General of Japan, and Honorable Shri Saurabh affirms the commitment of both Gujarat and Japan to build further upon the already robust bilateral ties. We are indebted to both of you for your presence. On behalf of my mother, Padma Jaykrishna, and on behalf of my entire family, I humbly express my gratitude to each one of you present here on this occasion today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrugesh Bhai, and thank you, Rajesh Bhai, as well. I'm sure both the sons of late Jaykrishna Bhai and Padma Ben sitting in this auditorium with all the family in full quorum are very proud. I was just telling Asako-san, because for him it was a bit difficult to believe that, sir, the audience that you see is not just in this auditorium. Through the CCTV presentation, we have close to over half the number present in this auditorium in our center hall at AMA. And it's only, I would say, a fitting testimony and tribute to two things. One, the great Shri Jaykrishna Harivallabhdas, and second, the great cause for which he always stood for, that is Indo-Japanese relations. So I would like to say cheers to both of them amidst a very warm round of applause. But then the last word will come from our president of the association, Mr. Rohit Patel, who would like to come here and propose the vote of thanks, but not before he presents a memento to the honorable chief guest. Rohit Bhai will come here as Saurabh Bhai. May I do the honor?
Ladies and gentlemen, when my great orator friend Mukesh Bhai speaks, there is nothing left to speak. This is like 11th batsman coming for batting. I have been given role of giving vote of thanks, but he has thanked already everybody. And I'm thankful to you, Mukesh Bhai. Anyway, I'm thankful to all of you on behalf of AMA and my governing council members that you are present in a large number to grace this occasion. I'm thankful to Asako-san and Saurabh Bhai. Both of you are very busy, but you have found enough time for us for inaugurating this center. And I certainly hope that in future, your guidance and help both will continue to flow for our center. And I would like to mention here that Gujarat and Japan, the way they are progressing towards the new relationship, AMA is a bridge which will serve the purpose of bonding them. The language courses for Japanese, we have already begun, sir. And besides that, we look forward to have a business center which will also help our entrepreneur members to come forward to join this mission of Gujarat along with Japan. I am thankful to Srimati Padma Ben and her family for their generous contribution for this center. And I'm really so happy that it is named after great visionary Jaykrishna Bhai. Asako-san, I would like to mention here that, when our Gujarat state was formed in 60, and the first major industrial unit like Gujarat State Fertilizer Corporation was to come. It was conceived by Jaykrishna Bhai, and the government invited him. He was such a visionary and towering personality as an industrialist that government invited him. And he was the founder chairman of that company. And I'm really glad this center is on his name, and I'm thankful to the family for this generous contribution. And last but not the least, my friend Mukesh Bhai, who has been instrumental to create this center, also to coordinate with the family for this generous contribution. He has been past president of AMA, but always he's available on call for all the causes for AMA. And thank you, Mukesh Bhai. Thank you all, and thanks for coming here in big number. Thank you very much.
Friends, I'd like Rohit Bhai to be here because I want, just a minute, I want it to be documented, Rohit Bhai. I've been here in this auditorium ever since this auditorium was built. And we have Rajiv Bhai, we have Pankaj Bhai, we have Chinu Bhai, we have Mr. Iyer, Dilip Bhai, in fact, a galaxy of past presidents. But I want to tell you, sir, never before on a single occasion, such an elite gathering of industrialists, businessmen, entrepreneurs, lawyers, doctors, engineers, literary stalwarts, artists, painters, cultural and performing troops. You can name the cross-section and segment of life. They've all been together. And I would say, this is Padma Ben, thanks to you for giving us this wonderful moment. Let us all depart on this great note, and arigato gozaimasu once again.